What's up, y'all? This is Mini. Just hitting you up with a mini vision real quick. I'm about to drop a single real soon. It's called Breaking Down. I'm doing a video blog on this. Hopefully, thinking it could help some people. Maybe not. The song is about basically my walk through hell with alcohol, drugs, stuff like that, and recovery and everything. So I just put out one for domestic violence. So definitely hope that helps some people out too. Um, I'm sure it will. I'm getting a lot of messages on it, but breaking down is real, and anyone that's heard the version that is out there, I am switching it up, the second verse, and doing some stuff to it. So it's going to be a different song, and I'm going to shoot it to the radio. But really, like, I just wanted to talk to people and let them know. I got a lot of people like watching what I do and listening now, and so I think it's like time I tell people what I think, basically about recovery and my experience, what I've learned. Um, it's like no one can tell you that you're an alcoholic or an addict. I mean, no one can tell you that. I mean, people can tell you that, but you're not going to believe it. It's that old thing, go to, admitting it is, the first step in this and that. But it's cliche, but it is true. You got to own that. That's got to be you. Um, People think you got to be like some bum living under a bridge or something like that to be an alcoholic or an addict or something like that. Not true. I know doctors, lawyers, housewives, rappers, people like that. It's a disease, and it does not discriminate. You know, gender, race, religion, whatever. It does not. You don't have to be related to, you know, an addict or have drunks all through your family or anything. I don't have any in my family whatsoever. But like, if you could read the writing on the wall, if you pretty much, drink or use more than you want to, and lie and cheat, steal, you're out pawning stuff, get in trouble with the law, fighting with your family, people confront you about this stuff, and get into it with people that care about you, that's pretty much it. I mean, to be honest with you, other people can tell, like, sometimes you're the last one that knows, but usually not, deep down, we know. I got a saying that I always use, because every time I was drinking, I didn't get in trouble, or using drugs. Every time I didn't get in trouble. But every time I got in trouble, I was drinking or using drugs. And it got me in a lot of trouble. Tons. My police report, and I got locked up. It's all through my songs. You guys listen to me. If you're watching this, then you know. I tell the truth in my songs. Be honest with you, I hear a lot of people, talking these days about, like, I used to be an addict, I used to use, or this or that. There isn't no used to be. Like, once you are and you cross that line, you're an addict, alcoholic, it's the same thing. They're both poison, they're both something to numb the way that you feel. It's just what your choice is. You know what I mean? Alcohol is a drug. It really is. Just because it's legal, it doesn't mean anything. You can just go and buy it over the counter. You can go buy NyQuil over the counter, or Ambien, or some stuff like that too, usually. So, you can abuse whatever. You can go huff gasoline. If you got a problem, you got a problem. It's basically a mental obsession and a physical allergy. Once you put it in your body, you're literally insane. Literally. I was. It's not like I was insane, like I was going on murderous rampages and stuff, but it consumed me. It really did. And it's the allergy, my body craved it, and my mind thought about it all the time. That's what I wanted to do. And that's what I did. Another misconception that I know definitely a lot of people think is just like, they think stopping means you're okay. I stopped a lot of times. I quit a lot of times. I kind of like surrendered to it once. You know what I mean? Because using, whether it's whatever it is, alcohol, drugs, using is just a symptom of what's wrong with you. Now that, like, a lot of people might be like, what the hell is he talking about? But I really do know, this to be the truth and a fact. Anybody that tells you different is crazy, because I know what works. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be sitting here saying this stuff to you guys if I didn't know what I was talking about. You know, I got love for, all you, all my fans. You know, you guys are like family to me, all my friends, everybody out there. But, if I'm gonna listen to somebody, you know what I mean, and I get in trouble with the law, I'm not gonna go to a carpenter, and be like, help me out. Or, if I need my countertop done or something like that, I'm not gonna go to a lawyer. So I want to know from somebody who's been there, done that, exactly what's going on. So that's what I did for help, for recovery and stuff. And but like I said, it's just a symptom of it. Um, I tried it myself. Like I said, I quit a bunch of times and stuff. And I was basically on what they call like a dry drunk, and it's worse than ever because I didn't have any recovery or anything like that, any peace, serenity, nothing like that in my life, and I didn't have like alcohol and drugs either. So I was just tortured, basically. It was a living hell. It really was. I was the most miserable person ever. And I'll tell you why, because the real problem for alcoholics and addicts is our thinking and these defects of character that we have up here. All of us have that in common. We do. It's just a trait that we do. Some of us have more of them, more of one than another or something like that. It's things like low self-esteem, pride, huge pride and ego, arrogance, anger, you know what I mean, maybe towards yourself, self-hate, guilt for what you've done, revenge, fears that you have, loneliness, all kind of things like that. That's what contributes to it. There's like a hole in you and you want to fill it with something. And you put that poison in you and it works for a while. Then it'll stop, Then basically you're trapped and you're fucked. I'm playing out to you like that. So for me, I had to shut up and listen and not know it all and just start from the beginning. And I figured out, after being sober for a while, that recovery's really set up to figure out what's wrong with you on the inside, like how you think, what that thinking is like, and to change that. And then you like clean house. You get it all out. You get all that stuff out. You know what I mean? You right your wrongs, and, so you start with a clean slate. So you feel better. That's basically it. And then you help others. But it's just to break it down in one sentence. It's just doing the next right thing. We all got a conscience for a reason, and everybody knows the next right thing to do. You know what I mean? What's best for them? What's best for their body? What's best to do for family? The next right thing to do, man. We all you guys and girls, all of you. As for I hear a lot of people might have a problem with the religious part of some recovery, stuff like that. I'll tell you, I went to church when I was younger with my family and stuff like that. I didn't find God there. I found God in the coldest jail cells, and I found him in the basement of churches, meeting with other people like me. That's where I found God. And I think religion is a business, but spirituality is a relationship. No matter what your God is, or your deity, or a higher power, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? That's the way that I feel it. Everybody believes in something. They do. Even if you don't believe, then you don't believe in something. You can believe in, just the power of a bunch of people getting together and with a common goal. Period. To start like that. I've seen people start off like that and then turn into the most devout Christian people I've ever seen in my life. But you don't have to be totally, religious and all that stuff. As for people relapses, if you're not serious about it, I always been told if you put as much into wanting to recover as you did into your partying and drinking and going out and seeking drugs and all that stuff, and you'll be fine. If you put a quarter of that amount of energy into it, you're gonna be fine. But people that relapse, man, you can notice definitely. If you got a loved one out there, this or that, they act moody, angry, emotions go up and down big time. You'll notice a change in them. They get real defensive about everything. they got trouble making decisions, or they'll make real rash decisions and everything. They really, they'll start hating themselves. They'll feel guilty. They pull away from like so-called normal people or sober people and everything. Start like hanging out with that wrong crowd again and stuff. And once they do that, usually, you're sitting in a bar, you're with people that do this stuff all along, and you're not doing the right thing. There's another saying: you hang around a barbershop long enough, you're gonna get a haircut. So that's about it. That's like 10 minutes. That's what I got to say about drugs and alcohol and recovery. It makes me sick, to see so many people out there with this problem, and loved ones, and people in such denial. It's ridiculous. I've lost friends, quite a few. They're in the dirt. I mean, the only three choices that you have if you don't want recovery are death, prison, or institutions. I've seen, and heard about people with wet brain that have drank so much they have wet brain and they're alive by machines. People that have literally gone like insane, doing drugs so much that they're crazy. They're institutionalized. I'm talking like straitjacket, crazy, and it's not funny. People out there like, yeah, party on and everything like that. Like, if you can party responsibly, do it. But I'm one of those people who can't, and I accept it. You know what I mean? But if I didn't accept all that, like, I guess God for me had a bigger plan. I had to go through jail and then get my ass clean and sober, and that led me to this, which is music, and then it leads me to talking to other people. Like, I'm seeing people relate to stuff. I'm not around to help out at first, and I sympathize with everybody, like the Coal Miner's Lullaby, and then I dropped Country Roads was my life story, and people were relating to that. You know what I mean? Like, so mostly probably to the first and second verse, a lot of it. So this breaking down, if you relate to that, shoot, I don't know. You know what I mean? You're just like me and a bunch of us out there. You know what I mean? But recovery is for people that want it, not for people that need it. If it was for people that need it, like, they would all get together in fucking stadiums every day, because there's a lot of crazy people out there, and just there's a stigma to this. Oh, he's an alcoholic, he's an addict, he's this and that. Who gives a shit, man? Like, I don't care. I'm sitting here telling you right now I'm an alcoholic. They could write it huge. Jason Malice Minington is an alcoholic. I'll own it, but you know what? I'm a better person now. Now I see my name in the paper for other things like music and other good things, helping out charities, instead of being arrested, public intox, public urination, battery on an officer or something like that. And it's, it might sound funny now, but yeah, it's not cool to do that stuff. It really, really isn't. I've lost a lot, a lot of precious time in my life, and it's not cool. I was lucky to get in there pretty young and go through hell real fast, because I went hard. And I don't know, I wish everybody good luck and God bless. This thing is like, what, 13 minutes going on 14 minutes. Anybody does have a problem, they want to hit me up, message me. You might not like what you hear, but me, I'm honest. I'll tell you the truth. You might like what you hear. You might take the advice, you might leave it, but all I can do is give a couple suggestions out to people from what I learned. But much love to all you out there. Anyone fighting addiction, alcoholism, anything like that, you can do it. Like, you can, period. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm living proof that you can do it and you can change your life. Can I say that I'll never drink again? I can't say that, but I know one thing: I'm not drinking today, and that's all I gotta do is live in today. So I mean, if you're in the future, you're messed up. We're not even guaranteed tomorrow. A meteor could hit the earth. Jesus could come back, seriously, or I could get hit by a bus. So all that matters is today. You know what I mean? Yesterday, we can't change that. There's two types of problems in the world. Only two. Ones you can do something about, and ones you can't. I choose to give the ones that I can't over to God and just be like, whatever happens, I know you got something better for me in store. This is Minnie. Much love. Peace.